Yo, 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 yo.
What's good? What's good?
We back with another episode of
Brooklyn Boys
Radio. What's poppin', my nigga?
What it do? What it do, man?
My back is sore.
It happens.
Yeah, man. You know, I've been going to rehab and all that shit. And what they call that, therapy?
Physical therapy.
Then I'm back in the gym, just walking, though, cardio. Just to get the motion back. And boy. Yeah, they told me it's going to be sores and aches and pains, but I ain't know it was going to feel like this.
You know, nothing worth it comes without pain.
Nah, you know, I got to go through it. You know what I'm saying? I got to get through it so I can get back to feeling like me again. So.
How about you think about where you were 3 weeks to a month ago?
No, I did. I do.
And be grateful.
Yeah, I do. But it still don't take away, like, yo, my back. I can't still bend over and touch my motherfucking feet and shit like that.
How about your neck? Is it your neck?
My neck is good. Just
Your
my
back?
Just the back. You know, I gotta wait. I think the doctor said I gotta wait till like the 8th week to be able to kind of start getting physical therapy for the back. So they just been doing my lower extremities.
Physical therapy what?
Physical
you
therapy.
You gonna get physical therapy from the back?
For my back.
No, oh. That's not what, Suave, that wasn't what he said?
I said for my back.
Okay.
Yo, I'm done.
I'm just making sure.
I'm done, bro.
Right.
I'm done, man.
I don't know what goes on in them physical therapy places.
Physical therapy for my back, man, my back.
I don't know if you go to physical therapy with the diddler.
Yo, this guy's fucking crazy. You can't say shit no more out here, man. You just as worse as bad as the women, man. Everything is toxic masculinity.
Oh, no, not at all.
You're a simp. You're a motherfucking sassy. Like, everything, right? You can't do shit right, man.
Man can't do nothing. We can't even breathe.
Shit.
Can't fall asleep in the passenger seat of a car.
Nope. You mad gay, wild gay, because you fall asleep all the time. We can go up the block to a fucking taco shop, both fall asleep.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, your clock went back to 0, bro. That shit just glitched. It went right back to 0.
He said
clock is fuck. You know I got a clock in my car you can have, too. I used to bring it for the cold plunger.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in the car. I just saw it the other day. So what else is up, Mo? Give me some energy, man.
It's been raining.
Oh, yeah, this shit crazy.
It's been raining.
Yo, one summer like 10 years ago, nobody remembers, but I remember this shit clearly, man. It rained like every fucking weekend, like almost every day. Once I hope we don't have that summer.
For real?
Yeah, I remember that shit clearly. It was the worst summer, like every other fucking day it rained. This was like 10 years ago.
I mean, the weather wasn't too bad on Friday, and even Saturday the weather wasn't too bad. I mean, it rained, but then for the second half of the day, the weather was pretty good.
Yeah, man, the weather need to figure out what the fuck does it want to do for real.
Summer's coming in really slowly.
Yeah, you know something, I ain't even worried about it because my car right now, the AC ain't working, so I ain't really... I can't get the AC.
Ooh!
Yeah.
You don't want that in the summer, bro.
I'm wondering if I'm going to fix it myself or take it to get fixed. You know what the problem was? It broke down 2 times, right? That's why I'm probably going to get a new car this summer, God willing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to buy a new fucking car. But it broke down 2 times, and I paid like $800 to get it fixed. That shit lasted for half the summer. They never like pulled the shit out and really fixed the shit. So I wound up fixing it myself because they got this shit that you can spray inside the AC coolant. And it fills up any holes inside the tubing. Okay. And I did that.
Oh, so you had a coolant leak.
Yeah, so I did that, and then I got some more coolant and put it inside, and I rocked out all the way to September, November, you know what I'm saying, for the summer. So I was cool. And I did that twice myself, and I just never went to go fix the problem, because I'm like, yo, I took it to these niggas twice already. I spent $1,600, and they never fixed my shit. So I just like, fuck it, I'm just going to fix it myself. I don't know if I feel like fixing it again this summer myself, man. I was like, yo, I'm going to buy a new car, but I'm not getting rid of the car.
I was about to say, just know I'm not getting in that car, bro.
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of the car. So, you know what I mean? I'm going to fix it up. Like, it ain't nothing really crazy with the car. You know the car's fine, but I'm going to fix those little, I got like two or three little issues I'm going to fix, because every time my mom's in them come up here, I always got to rent them a car, do something. So, fine, I'll give them a new car to drive, and I drive that car. So I'm going to make sure that shit fixed so they got that car.
See what type of son he is? He said if his mom's comes, he'll give her the new car, and he'll drive the older car.
Yeah.
Look at that.
What I'm supposed to do?
You're a great son.
Shit, today I went to Chipotle with my daughter. and I wanted the right rice. They only had serving for one right rice. You know who got the right rice?
She did, of course.
You know what I mean? And I spent the money. Like I was like, nah, my daughter want that. Put that on that one. So you know the shit. You know, it's men. You know what we do. We sacrifice. We got to put the other people first.
Bro, we don't know any other way to live.
Hey, that's the way you got to live, man. That's where you got to be.
That's like we are programmed. We are programmed to put everybody else before us.
Nah, 100%, man. Like you know, like I said, moms come here. Let her get the car shit. I'm fine. I'll figure it out. But I definitely have to fix that shit because I don't know what the weather gonna be this weekend. I might.
It's going up to 85 and 87 by Thursday.
Oh shit! I better go fix that shit tomorrow.
Either that or you better stay home.
I'll go fix that shit tomorrow. Cause it don't take long to fix. It's just.
I know.
I'm not a car fixing nigga, man. Like I know how to do it, but you know what I'm saying.
I'm not either. I don't think I've ever fixed anything in any vehicle of mine.
Yo, you know
bro.
I be going on YouTube. I put the YouTube right there, and I just start watching YouTube, stop and pause, and keep fixing shit till I fix it myself. Yeah, I've done that. And guess what? The AC don't work in here neither. So your boy's sweating in here with these lights on, but it's all good. I shaved this morning, so I'm cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, so a lot of times I'm not afraid to go outside and get my hands dirty and fix stuff.
Nah. I mean, listen. If I have to, I will, cause I've done that. But like, even in my car, like my car's annoying because the battery is actually in the trunk, and you got to go through a whole production, bruh.
Nah, but to get my car battery out of my car, but I never had to get the battery. But to change the battery, I don't even know where that shit at. It's underneath the car.
See, but that's what I'm talking about.
I
had to change the battery, and the battery's in the trunk, but it's under the spare tire. Like, bro, it's annoying. But your battery's under the car?
Like, it's somewhere in the passenger column of the car underneath the truck. Like, you got to get like a wrench, and socket wrench and open it up and do all that crazy shit. So,
why they be doing all of this fancy shit? Why they can't just put the battery where you open the goddamn hood and the battery's right there and call it a day?
I don't know, but that's, listen, man. If I had to, I'd fix it. One time I came outside my crib, I ain't gonna lie. I seen my little brother. I ain't never seen this nigga fix shit in his life. This nigga was outside with the YouTube on. Nigga changed his the brakes and the rotors.
He changed his brakes?
And the brakes.
Your brother's MacGyver.
The rotors.
Your brother's MacGyver, bro.
I'm like, yo, what are you doing?
I don't know why you would even want to do that.
He was broke back then. This is when he was young. He was broke.
Okay.
Nigga was like, yo, this is like 10 years ago. He was broke. He's like, I ain't got the money to fix that shit. It got to get fixed, though.
He did it himself?
He did it himself.
I commend him.
Nigga, I wasn't driving that car.
Yo, but you know what? But that
nigga test drive.
But that goes to show you how lazy we've gotten.
You know, it's so funny. When I was growing up, my uncles and father and them always used to be fixing their cars.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. They always used to fix their cars. Now I'm like, I go pay for that shit to get fixed. But now, listen, man, God willing, hopefully by the end of summer or something, I'm going to go get me something nice and just be all right for a second.
Hey, get a spaceship, brother.
Just have mad AC. Oh, don't worry about it. If I get the spaceship, listen, y'all don't know me. I'm cheaper than a motherfucker. This nigga tell you, I won't buy another car for the next 10, 15 years. I'm fucking around. Listen, my car, I keep my car in somewhat pristine condition. I'm not one of them niggas, man. Like, I'm not one of them ladies. Like, I'm not one of them niggas that's gonna get the new car every 2 years. Nah. If you want one of them niggas, I'm not that. I'm not doing that. I'm not wasting my money and doing that. I'm gonna get me something nice. I'm gonna make sure the fucking oil change is when it's supposed to be, the brake change when it's supposed to be, so it can last the way it needs to. And rock out. You know what I mean? Shit, my shit 2015 it's 10 years now, right? 2015, 2025. 10 years now. I think 10 years, yeah. It's just hit the 10-year mark. I think I bought it in May or June or something like that. I don't remember, but I bought it sometime around now. So for me, I don't care, Mo.
Listen, you're not supposed to, in all honesty, bro.
Care.
It doesn't matter. That's what I've come to learn, bro.
Even though I think, I'd rather go buy a crib than buy a car. But I do think women like cars more than they like niggas with cribs.
See, I would agree with you, but things have changed over the last 20 years.
A lot of niggas get caught. You got a nice spaceship
Wait,
outside.
but just
A
hear-
chick would jump in that
but
shit and
just-
give you
but
some
just-
ass
just-
real quick.
But just hear what I'm saying. It used to be like that, but the problem is women don't move for Benzes, Beamers. They only move for Bentleys and Rolls Royces. Like
Nah.
yo, bro. The perception of reality has become so unrealistic that they don't move for a Benz and none of that no more. Like.
Nah, I think a woman still would. I see. You got like a little drop top, or you got some real colorful shit in your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
listen.
It's not what it used to be. Let's just say that, because it used to be, you pull up and your car talk for you if you got you got a nice S class or whatever. Bruh.
I see many. I know many of girls that got caught by the nice car and they went to the nigga crib. He in the basement with his grandmother and shit. Like,
Yeah.
so,
But I'm
you know
just
what
saying, but these days they looking for Rolls Royce, they looking for Wraiths, they looking for Cullinans, they looking for even Bentleys don't really like get no rock anymore.
So fuck it, man. I'm buying a Maybach.
Hey.
This something. I'm fucking just buy the Maybach.
Go for it, bro.
Now I would never buy that fucking car. Not unless I'm leasing that shit.
Yeah.
Nah. I wanted. I for a split second I thought about the Maybach Jeep. I'm like, what the fuck you doing with all that car?
I'd get the Maybach before I'd get the Maybach Jeep.
I'm a Jeep.
I know
don't
you like Jeeps. I like big sedans.
Yeah, I'm a high, like I gotta sit high. So for me, yeah, I thought about it, man. I was like, yo, I don't need all that car for what?
You don't.
Where the fuck I'm going? Like, what the fuck? If I was younger, I probably would like, yeah, you know. Now, don't get me wrong. If a couple of M's come in and I could get a nice little lease, and write it off in the company, I'd do it for that. But yeah, I don't care. Give me a nice little, nice little something with all the bells and whistles.
But I think niggas have surpassed that phase, man. That every time a new car come out, like
yeah, I'm not.
Nobody cares anymore, man.
Yeah, I'm not the new car guy. But I gotta get this one. Oh, this came out. I gotta go get that. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'm really good on that. So we'll see. God is good. We'll see what happens this summer, and then we'll rock out, man.
Bam, 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 bam.
We'll rock out. We'll rock out. Yo, this is going crazy. I want to get into this real quick. Two things with Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump.
Donald J. Trump.
One, I don't know if you've seen his clock went out again. No, if you've seen him and Elon Musk.
The drama.
They've been going through it, and the reason why I bring it up because it's a conversation I want to have, and I've seen it happening all over social media, like with just people just doing this shit nowadays. I don't know if it's his thing. Elon left, and now he's telling all the Trump secrets, and women do shit like that. I don't even think it's right when women do it. It's more or less than a man doing it.
These days, men do shit like that too.
Yeah, like how the fuck you mad at a nigga now because a nigga violates you in some way? Now you leave and like go violate the nigga back, go punch the nigga in the mouth or something. Like what the fuck are we doing? Like when since we go on social media and be like, yo, I'm telling this nigga did this and he did that and he did this and he did. Where we do that at, bro?
Bro, I mean, this has become the world that we live in. You got to understand, like, there's no principle anymore. Like, at the end of the day, it's all about who looks better.
Yeah,
that's all people care about, like, who looks better. And that's why the people's first go-to when they're upset at you is to make you look bad.
Yeah, I really don't get it. I don't get how people do that. How you got he used to be your homeboy, you used to be your homie and shit like that, and now you want to go tell your homie deepest darkest shit. Yo, he slept with your sister before. He never said nothing. Like, who the fuck do this type? Like, what kind of men are we raising? What kind of niggas are we raising? That shit don't make no sense.
But does it not make sense? Because in the same breath, right? I'll bring up 50, right? Like, I really don't have an opinion because that's his business, how he chooses to handle things or how he chooses to handle business. But look at how he moves, bro, and what he does as far as exposing people and just trolling people, and everybody finds that shit funny.
Well, I'm not taking up for fifth with that. Only thing is the difference with what I'm saying is them niggas is not his mans, right?
Well, I mean,
I'm talking about somebody that's more like your friend.
I saw an interview. Matter of fact, that's so funny because it popped up on my timeline today. I saw an interview.
Well, you probably did.
They were interviewing Floyd. They were interviewing Floyd, and Floyd said, "I don't understand it." He was like, "Yo, like, that was my dude. Like, he used to spend nights at my crib. We used to get up. My chef used to make us breakfast. Then he'd go to the gym with me. And he was like, and then one day, my people just hit me like, yo, this nigga's going crazy on you on social media. And he was just like, I really don't understand it.
Yeah, like I said, I don't understand.
You know what I mean?
I don't understand anybody that just switch up on their man, especially like if me and my homeboy had a problem, I'm addressing that nigga. Like, you understand what I'm saying to you? I'm gonna go address him. Me and him gonna squabble it out. You know, I may say shit in between our friend group, stuff like that. That's cool. But for me to go take it to social media and start
to speak to a whole bunch of people that don't know you, that don't know him.
Yeah, and basically just start ratting and telling all kind of shit, or go to your baby moms and be like, yo, he did X, Y, and Z. Or Elon, go to the country and be like, yo, you know, Trump did this to get it. Like, and I'm not a real Trump supporter, but that shit is whack. You don't do shit like that, bro.
But that's why I said it's about making that person. I almost feel like people feel like once they have a fallout with somebody, they have to make, it's like who gets to it first. They have to make that person look bad before that person makes them look bad. Yeah, or I think a lot of times it's people's guilt. Because that person may have dirt on them, it's like, fuck it, I'm exposed to dirt before they expose dirt on me.
Yeah, just a whole.
But it's just a whole bad bag of dope, man. And I think that, like you said, men don't move that way.
Men don't move that way. I don't know where that come from. We don't do shit like that. So y'all gotta cut it out, man. Like, stop that sucker shit.
You do, and because even I was watching, they were interviewing Erica Mena on the BT Awards, red carpet, and they asked her, like, what's one of the trends that you hope that we do away with? And she was like, you know what? One of the trends I really hope people do away, and she said, I know I'm guilty of it too, but looking back, breaking up with people and then just going crazy on social media, like, she was like, it's, number one, it's sad. And she was just talking about seeing what went on with Papoose and Remy. She was like, looking from the outside, she was like, number one, that's sad. You know what I mean? That somebody you loved at a point in time, blah, 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 that this is what it has to be. But it's even uglier that now you're trying to tear that person down, like, to the world, bro. Like, and I don't even think the person that's doing the tearing down, I think it also looks bad on you.
No, 100%. We got to stop that shit, man. It's just a dirty situation, a dirty game, man. We got to stop that shit, man.
It's a dirty game, man.
But what I will say, I want to leave Trump news real quick. So I don't know if everybody see what's happening in
LA?
In LA right now, man. And I don't know if the Trump and the Elon thing, if that happened to make a distraction from what Elon was trying to do. I don't know. People speculate that could be one of the ploys, but to me, that shit is disgusting. You know what I mean? What's happening in this country with people being pulled out their homes. Not only that, man, like, I know y'all want to get illegal citizens out. To me, once again, I just feel like America doesn't belong to anyone. Even Trump, like, his father was an immigrant. Mm-hmm. This country is made of immigrants, man. It's like, and I'm not saying that this shouldn't be a rule.
Yeah, it should be rules and regulations.
But, yeah, I'm not saying that, but we come from, this country is made of immigrants. So to see that, it's really like, I see a lot of Spanish people. There's mad immigrants. There's Irish immigrants. Mm-hmm. There's Russian immigrants. Mm-hmm. There's European immigrants. There's
Ukrainian, Armenian, Turkish.
And you keep seeing like Spanish or black people, and it's bugged out to me. There's mad other immigrants that's here illegally too. And we knew a couple of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what they do is, you have to understand that they've made blacks and Spanish the face of immigration. You understand? They've made, like, when you think immigrants, you think Mexicans. When you think immigrants, you think blacks. Like, you really don't think white and European. Because they've made those people become the face of it.
So, I was laughing, but then not really laughing. It was sad. I was seeing these two guys, had did a show with them. And one is, they both Spanish. Mm-hmm. One is dark like me and you, and the other one is light. Mm-hmm. So the one that's light is from America.
You mean one's dark like you and one's light like me?
No, they light. Stupid, whatever. But what is light, right? So the light skinned one, the high yellow one, he's from America. Mm-hmm. The dark skinned one is from wherever they from. You know what I'm saying? But they both speak Spanish. Ice Kane and they took the light
Light
skin
skin
one.
one, of course they did.
Because they just figured the other one was Black American.
Because like I said,
yeah, but this is how stupid this shit is. And then, you know what's sad? I seen these niggas go in the classroom to schools, to 4-year-olds, to ask about their parents. They showed up to a graduation.
and parents was running out and leaving their
Yo,
kids.
come on, man. Like, we gotta have
Nothing
some
sacred.
Like, we don't have no coof. Yo, Trump, man, you gotta have coof, man. At the end of the day, and I ain't trying to insult this, but you ain't the smartest cookie in the box. It gotta be the big dogs behind you telling you to pull this shit off. Because this shit don't even. From what Trump was back in the days, yeah, he was a little bit asshole, but he had good times too. I just don't see him
This
doing all this.
being him?
Yeah, but I can't see, like, this shit is crazy, bro. Like, your wife is an immigrant, my nigga. Like, what we talking about here? Like, so it's just a sad situation. It's a sad situation, man. And they keep going, well, people came here illegally. Yeah, they don't get the opportunities to come like the Europeans that get to come in this country.
They get asylum.
Yeah, they don't. These Europeans that come here, y'all let them in, y'all give them green cards, and y'all give the other people hell to come in here.
Look at the travel ban he's just put. The 12 countries.
And I don't know if this is true. I heard somebody saying this today. I don't know if it's true. I'm just putting it out there. But he was like, yo, from what I heard, it was like, yo, he said they trying to sign an executive order for him to
Be able to deport Americans?
Deport Americans. Deport them to where?
I mean,
this is. I'm like.
Well, you have to think about it, right?
Yeah, deport me to Africa.
No, I mean, really think about it, right? If our jails are becoming overrun and full, right? Maybe what he's looking to do is deport prisoners to other jails overseas. You know what I'm saying? To these third world countries, which is really, that's kind of fucked up, bro.
Yo, I'm telling you, we going into a communistic country, and what I will say, what people don't understand what Trump is doing behind the scenes, which is smart and is diabolical in itself. If y'all remember, Trump came into the administration and he fired everybody from every major job that was in power, whether it was the FBI, the CIA, the IRS, the Army, the Navy, the military, all the military shit. You know what I'm saying? Even the National Guard that they deployed. You know what I'm saying? And what he did was strategically put all his people in those places of power. Now, what people don't really realize is even if a federal judge come on and go, yo, listen, what you're doing is illegal, you need to stop, or we want to impeach.
If it's his people.
If it's his people running the country and they got the guns and they control the money, and they go, look, we standing tall with this man over here, we ain't doing nothing. It's nothing you can do.
What he's trying to do is,
Yo,
America, back in the days during the founding of this country, what they did was they incorporate a system of checks and balances, right? And the system of checks and balances is so that no one person in one office can have ultimate power. So you may be able to put a bill, but that bill can be vetoed. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's through Congress or Congress can put up a bill, the president can veto it. So that's no one person can have so much power to control what the hell's going on in government. And that's actually what he's doing, is he's eliminating that system of checks and balances to give himself ultimate power.
I was reading this shit. He got a bill that he wants to take control out of the federal judge's hands and put it in his hands. If that happens, you understand, like
he could just pass laws.
Nobody can stop him.
Nobody can stop him.
It's just bugged out. Not just him, any other president that come after him.
Welcome to third term.
Yeah, and that's how the third term could come. Like, it's just, it's genius, but it's also sinister at the same time.
Yeah, but genius.
And people don't even realize what's happening.
All depending on your intent, genius can actually be evil and diabolical. Genius and diabolical could mean the exact same thing.
Pinky in the brain ass nigga, bro. I promise you, pinky in the brain ass nigga, man. Real quick, since we on like this shit that's happening, TSA, this issue a warning. If you plug your phone up into them little things inside the airport, the chargers, or put it on the free Wi-Fi, your phone could possibly be hacked. So if you have like, what's they call that, the cash thing you use on your phone, the Apple Pay and all that shit, you might be paying somebody else's bills.
But guess what? What's new? Because these days, use the ATM, you could be hacked. Go to the bodega.
Yeah, but you're giving direct plug, and it's something different when you just, bloop. That's why I use my own plug, bro. I use my own plug. I don't plug into
I don't
none
even
of-
use the plug, bro, in the airport.
I use my own plug. I plug it into the wall, like old school. The plug right there, I plug it right into that.
Yo, you know how many attempts to be scammed you get in a day, bro? Those text messages
Yo,
about
nigga been hitting
your easy pay toll and
Yo,
all of
son,
this.
niggas been hitting me for 4 days in a row saying, yo, don't forget to click the link for your $35. Niggas, y'all think I need $35?
Or they tell you that you got a package
Oh, yeah, it's UPS.
Bruh, like,
Yo, but I want to talk to the nigga that keep offering me $35. I might have clicked the nigga if you said $3,500. These niggas said $35. What the fuck kind of crackhead do I look like?
You know what's crazy? They almost got me with a text, though. They sent me a text, and they were like, you owe a ticket, whatever. You got to pay it within 24 hours, or your your registration is going to be suspended. But I had a ticket that I owed for probably like a year, and it was like $1.90. But the small thing is I didn't click the link. I went to the Pay a Dispute app that I usually go to pay my tickets, and I went and paid the ticket right away.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't touch none
I'm
of
actually
this.
glad for that text because this ticket that I've been putting off on paying, they made me pay.
Yeah, I don't pay for. I don't look at none of them shits, bro. I don't click. I get rid of them. I erase them right out of my phone, so I don't even play with them. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what's going on with that. So let's get into some relationship stuff because Mo love the relationship stuff.
Yeah, Mo love the relationship stuff, does he?
Yeah. They said more men in 2025 are dating for peace rather than beauty.
I can agree with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's something that I have to say, and this is something that
You need to put some oil in these chairs, bro. They just...
this is something that I discovered through self-reflection. So I've been doing these things called morning pages, right? Which is just basically journaling. Every day when I wake up, first thing I do in the morning after I pray is I sit down to my notebook and I write 3 pages of just free thought, right?
Okay.
No structure to it. And through this writing, I've discovered a lot. And what I've realized is no one can bring you peace, right? No woman can bring you peace, right? The most a woman can do is when she comes into your life is not disturb the peace that you've created for yourself. Because if
I think a woman could bring you peace, but I hear what you're saying. I'm following you.
If you're living in, think about it, because the whole bringing you peace thing is sort of the same thing. It's like trying to heal somebody. You can't.
No, but I do feel like, Mo, in a little bit, like a woman who bring you happiness, bring you joy, she can add on to whatever peace you have. Because there's some women that could bring you pain and aggravation.
But in order for things to be peaceful, there has to have already been peace there. And the most she can do, you know what I'm saying? The most she can do is come and not disturb your peace.
But Mo,
if your life is in chaos, and I'm not saying that maybe there's a woman out there that can come and put things in order, but the truth is if your life is in chaos and you're not prepared for peace, it's like they say, right? If you're not happy with yourself, nobody can make you happy.
No, I get that, but I also believe like your life could be in chaos and it's like a crying baby. It's chaotic and your mother come and put your arms around you, just everything get calm. Some people could bring a calm to you. You ever seen like a crazy person or somebody yelling or somebody screaming and somebody's upset, but it's one person there listening to and they ain't listening to nobody else because that person's voice or whoever that person is to them makes them calm. So I think there are people that can make you calm and peaceful.
But you're talking about a crying baby. But
I'm talking about grown up people.
No, I know,
right
but
now.
what I'm saying, the difference between the crying baby and the adult is the crying baby isn't set in his ways yet. You understand what I'm saying?
But I am talking about adults too.
Yeah, so when you're talking about adults who have bad habits, because think about it, a lot of people that are living in chaos created that chaos for themselves through the bad habits that they may have. You understand what I'm saying? And very rarely will someone be able to come into your life that's going to change those habits.
No, I hear what you're saying, but the topic is like this. They said
I think men are dating more for, definitely. I can agree with that because I think men, especially with right now, the economy's bad, the world is upside down, things are tough out there.
I want a little beauty though.
I mean,
I want more peace, but I want a little beauty. She can't be.
And that's your problem. That's why you can't find peace.
She can't be a creature for the blue.
That's why you can't find peace.
Yeah, you feel the same way too.
I do too. I never said I didn't.
It's crazy how you try to put it on me.
Oh.
Like, that's why you can't find peace.
Yeah, no, I'm just listen.
Let me see you come in here with a creature for the blue.
Never that. But let me ask you. But are you gonna prioritize beauty over peace?
No, I had to get rid of a girl 2 weeks ago, a week ago. Crazy. Yeah, I'm not even talking about it. Crazy. You know what I'm talking
Nah,
about.
tell us about it.
Nah, I'm not talking about that shit. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Crazy. I was like, yo, she's beautiful. I like her. I even got love for her. Now I'm walking away from that shit. Not me.
You hear that, young lady? He has love for you. Come back.
Nah. Go heal yourself. Like Mo said, I can't bring you peace. That's somebody, you go find your peace.
Listen, they either gonna bring
Yeah.
you chaos or
Not
they're
me.
not gonna disturb
I
your peace.
walked straight away from that Mo. I had to go.
Because that, once again,
I just kept silent.
I don't need you to bring me peace. Just when you come my way, don't disturb the peace I've already created for myself. That's all I ask.
Well, talking about peace, they saying if in a relationship to a man, if you just say thank
The
you,
thank you is more important than I love you.
Then more powerful than I love you.
You know why I can agree with that? Men are more concerned with appreciation and
Gratitude.
respect and gratitude than they are love, right? I think that through respect, gratitude, and consideration, we feel love. And I think that without those things, it doesn't matter how much you claim to love that man, he's not gonna feel loved. You get what I'm saying? So I think that the thank you is more important than I love you, because it's almost like the thank you makes him know that you love him. Whereas you could say I love you and he can feel that you don't, and it could be just words.
Yeah, that gratitude is everything.
Ugh.
Because you can love somebody and still be a bitch ass motherfucker to that person.
You can love somebody and still not be good for them.
and still not be good to them. You know what I'm saying? So love don't always make you feel good. Love don't always, especially from people that I love you, but they still talk to you like shit, still treat you like shit. They may really do love you, but they don't know how to deal with you. So I could see, somebody just saying thank you and showing that they care and showing gratitude. I can see how that, for a man, how that makes them feel better than I love you sometimes.
And I will say this. You can move heaven and earth for somebody, right? But if you never get a thank you or any type of acknowledgement that they see your efforts, what is it worth? And it's not that you're looking for praise, right? It's not that you're looking for validation.
Everybody want to feel appreciated.
Yo, bruh, it's just, and this is what women don't get. All a man wants is to know that you know he would do anything for you.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what the thank you represents, because it's I see you. You know what I'm saying? And I see your efforts and I see everything you do and I appreciate it.
No, 100%.
So the thank you is definitely very important. The thank you is
Tell me
respect.
thank you, ladies. Thank you, Styles. Yo, quick question. Is verbal abuse just as bad as physical abuse?
Yeah, I think it is. And I say that because very few men are physically abused by their woman in their lives, right? But more men are verbally abused, bro. And that verbal abuse can tear you down.
Nah, I totally agree. And the reason why I asked this question, I seen a couple of things. Well, one was physical, but we're going to talk about the verbal for now. I've been seeing things on like Instagram where women just talk to men crazy. Crazy. And I seen this one today in particular, this girl from Houston, this guy's trying to talk to her, and she kind of just, get out my face if I slap you with my shoe in your face. Yeah, your mother. Like, so dude, and I'm not making no excuses for dude, but I feel dude pain. He could have just walked away when she said she didn't want to be bothered. It's not what she said, it's how she said it. And she was taping. So I feel like he was trying to like smooth it out so he don't look like the fool on the tape.
And he just kept getting deeper and
And
deeper.
kept getting deeper and deeper. Because one thing a woman could do, I tell niggas, really don't argue with them because she'll drag you down that rabbit hole. And I'm like, yo, some women don't really have regard for men when they talking to them. Like, yo,
Not if they don't like you.
And guess what? And I'm like, yo, you could get yourself hurt, young lady, because if you scorn a nigga ego and he turn around and smack the shit out you, was it worth? I'm gonna do this to you and your mother this and your mother that. Nah, man, like, and I get it. Some guys gotta learn how to just like take that no and take the L and keep it moving. But I also think it's a way you talk to somebody. Ladies, in your household, it is a way you talk to your man. You don't talk to him and make him feel like shit. You don't get around his friends and then talk to him in front of his friends like he ain't shit. That ain't cool neither. You don't get around your friends and talk to your man like he ain't shit, because how they supposed to respect your man if you talk to him like he ain't shit? Like, you have to check yourself, ladies. Like, this is crazy. And men, you ain't supposed to treat your woman like that neither in front of nobody. If y'all bickering in the crib, that's between y'all. Y'all figure that shit out. But ladies, you got to do a better job.
Yeah, but Styles, we live in a world that it's a double standard, right? A woman can call a man fat. You see them call niggas fat and ugly and this and that all day long on social media,
it's body shaming.
right? But the second you call them, it's body shaming. A woman can call a man ain't making enough money, he's broke, he's this, he's a bum, right? Yeah, so a woman ain't making no money and she's struggling, you should understand and blah, blah, blah. But yo, bro, when you ever seen somebody call a woman broke?
Yeah.
When you ever see, yo, bro, have you ever seen somebody call a woman broke?
I'm starting to call y'all broke. Don't ask me for shit. Y'all broke. You broke.
You want to? A man can't even have boundaries. A man walk away from, let's say, a man walk away from his marriage for whatever reason. Oh, he's causing a broken family. He's a deadbeat. He's this. A woman walks away because she's bored. Because he's not providing me the type of lifestyle I want right now. Guess what? She's just fed up. Like, yo, bro, the double standard is crazy. And it's true. Like, ladies, man, y'all got to start operating with the same respect for men that y'all expect them to have for y'all.
For y'all, yeah. I tell a lot of ladies that all the time. It can't be a double standard in respect. Respect go both ways. So it has to be. It has to go down both ways. It should go down both ways. You know what I'm saying? But ladies, you got to really, really check yourself how y'all speak to men. Not only that, I saw this other thing with some physical shit. I don't know if this shit was real or not. It looked real to me, but shorty in the car, and she like, yo, dude was talking to him.
And she slapped him.
And she slapped him. And he's like, yo, listen, she would have met Jesus and resurrected right back that same time, my nigga. She would have and came back, because Jesus would have said, it's not your time,
and
my
mind
child.
you, I think it was like their first date.
Yo, my nigga, she out of choke so much shit.
Like, I don't even know you.
Yo, son, I would have choked her. She would have met Jesus. Jesus would have just said, it's not your time, and she would have came back. That's what she would have did. I'm telling you. Yo, what's wrong with you? Why would you smack a man in his face? You don't even know this man, much less you knew him. But this your first date? Yeah, he talking too much. I said, yo bro. And then I'm reading the comments. Ladies is laughing. And I'm going, yo, if a man would have smacked a girl in her face and put it on a camera and said, yeah, you talking too much, y'all would have went ape shit.
Crazy.
It ain't funny till you get hit, ladies. And then it's funny when a nigga get hit, but it's not, yo, y'all gotta chill out, bro. Like, yo, you can't teach your daughters this shit, man. You can't, because that was crazy. So I swear to God, she was she met Jesus real quick and got resurrected.
I would hope to never be in that position. But I wouldn't be in that position, bro.
Son. That was crazy. She's like, shut up. Pop. I said, yo. She popped him like that was her kid. That was crazy.
Yeah, I would never be in that position.
That was crazy.
Because I don't
condone beating no chick. But
I don't come off as the type of nigga to play with.
You ain't slapping me. And I don't even know you.
I don't come off as the type of dude to play with like that. Like,
yo, I don't even know you smack me. I wouldn't have walked away from that one more. I'll be honest with you. No. Ladies, I wouldn't have walked away. Y'all can call me what you want to call me.
I don't even know you.
I don't even know you.
And you know, and let me say this to you. Let me say this to y'all too, ladies.
Yo,
you know,
Jesus Christ.
I think there's something that y'all don't understand, right? No man can tell me what to do. No man can tell me what to do, right? So, and I say this to say, you can't come at your man like a man, right? When y'all come at a man in a masculine manner, y'all trigger him, right? Nothing about that will make him want to do what you want to do, because the way that he's designed, he feels like he's being challenged, right? Or he feels like he's being bitched.
No,
you get what I'm saying? Y'all don't even understand that y'all power lies in softness. If you are soft and you are feminine, you can make a man do almost anything you want. Anything you want. But when you come at him with the rah-rah like another man would, you automatically he shuts down automatically. And he's not doing nothing.
I totally agree with
You
that.
know, and y'all don't realize, y'all got to ask yourself this. Do you know the reason why men don't speak to other men in certain ways? It's because it would cause violence.
Yeah, definitely.
It would
100%.
cause
Violence, yeah.
violence. So I don't understand why you can think that you can speak to a man in a manner that another man can't
women
even speak to him
you.
in.
I don't know, ladies, y'all crazy or I don't know. So real quick question, Mo. Do you think men should be still chasing women, or should men ever chase women?
Like, I strongly believe in the dynamic of man and woman, right? And I think that part of the reason why things are off right now is because that dynamic has been totally thrown off. I think to a degree, a man should always court a woman. I don't think a man should chase a woman, because to me, chasing means that that woman doesn't want you and you're trying to do anything possible for her too. I think that in itself is a setup for failure. I don't believe in the whole convincing someone to like you. I think if someone likes you, they do. And I think that you can get someone to settle for you, but eventually when the person comes along that they do like, I think that relationship is going to end up in failure.
I agree with you. I think a man maybe should give a little chase, just to show his interest.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between pursuing and chasing.
Yeah. I don't know if we should use the word chase anymore, but I also think a woman's job is to see the value in that man, and she does everything in her power also to go, wait a minute, this a good man. I gotta figure out how to reel him in too. I think both sides should be reeling each other in. You know what I'm saying? There should be two lines going, and they both figuring how to reel each other in. I think men should give a little chase. You know what I mean? I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. But like, I do agree with you. If you could chase so much behind a woman and she don't want you, if she don't want you, then it's too many fish in the sea. Go throw your line somewhere else and go grab another fish, bro. Like,
and what man wants to chase a woman for the rest of his life?
Yeah,
and a lot of times that's what occurs.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. So, listen, guys, you can give a little chase, but don't keep chasing. If she don't want you, she don't want you, bro.
And guys, remember, you can only chase for so long before you get exhausted, man. Like, you know what I mean? So you don't want to be 2-3 years down the line. First of all, you got that woman by giving her certain things or this and that, and it's like now you got to maintain that. You know what I mean? Forever. Nobody wants to be caught up in that. If you need money to get her, bro, she's not the one.
Yeah. And if you got to prove yourself over and over what type of person you are, what type of man you are.
To keep her.
Like, if she can't see your value, cut her off.
Let it go.
Let it go. Same thing for you ladies. Let it go. He don't see your value, let it go. But I'm not chasing you up all over around the place. I know who I am as a man. I know what I'm doing.
I mean, I don't even know how to chase. One time I tried to chase and I fell. Like, I don't even know how to do that shit, bro. Like, I don't even know how to, bro, I don't know how to do it.
And it's so much better and gratifying when you walk in the room too.
When there's mutual interest?
And she mutually interested
oh
you.
My God.
And she after she like you, you like her. It just
feel better.
Yeah, it feels better.
And you know what it is too, man? Like, I'm not a selfish person, and I know that there's no better feeling, right, than when you like somebody, right, and you about to see them, and you feeling that little anticipation, that little bit of excitement. I don't want to rob nobody of that, bro. And I
don't want to feel like when you like somebody and that person doesn't like you, and you feel awkward, like, damn, what I'm gonna do, like, what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, because you know what? Uncertainty is torture.
Yeah.
When you don't know where you stand with somebody, that shit is torture.
You on pins and needles, you don't want to say the wrong thing, run it out the door, like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, just like me, baby. Like me, baby, like me. You know what I'm saying? Just like me. Yo, I seen this a trend people were talking about. Do you think it's okay to still be rapping at 40 or going after your rap career at 40?
I'll say this. If you are halfway there and you have a buzz and you haven't arrived as of yet, then I think that you should continue to pursue your dream. But if you wake up on your 40th birthday and now you decide you want to be a rapper, I think you should hang it up.
Well, no. I think anybody can get up and do anything what they want to do. I don't care if you were a writer like yourself, you decide, at 40 you want to pursue writing. If you want to be an engineer, you get up and say, I want to be an engineer. If you want to be a plumber and say, I want to learn to train a plumber at 40, I think anybody should go after anything that they really want to do, but just go at it with a realistic mind state. Now, my answer to this question, I think more niggas that's 40 and above should be rapping. And the reason why they should be rapping, I'm gonna tell you.
I already know
why.
what you're gonna say.
This weekend I was at the crib and we went to the studio, me, Bills, Sean.
I don't never get the invite. Shit crazy.
Sean and Brando.
Yeah, I noticed you just bypassed what I just said, but yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My bad.
Okay, you and your studio friends. I feel you, no doubt. What up, Bills? What up, Sean?
You know
what up, Miles?
So we
non-caller backer.
we tried to we was listening to some old music.
Why are you telling me? Talk to the people. Don't talk to me
We
about
listened
it.
to LL Cool J. Then we went to DMX. I think then we went to Cannabis. We went to Nas. I think we went to Raekwon. We went to Busta. We just going through a bunch of old shit. And I was so shocked, like, because nobody sound like nobody.
Nah.
Everybody had their own flavor, own style, and all the music. What LL was doing, the girl, I need around the way.
Nobody's ever tried to be LL, bro.
Yo, what I'm saying to you, and then even though LL was a sex symbol in his own right, the dog was a sex symbol for the girl. He was just a grimy version of it. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule was a singing version of it. You know what I'm saying? you know, Nas was a Queensbridge nigga, army jacket lighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because everybody just had their own thing. And I'm like, yo, niggas over 40 need to rap, bro, because the shit that we getting now, it's crazy. Every song sounded like everybody trying to look like everybody else. And it's like, yo, these niggas never looked like each other.
Nope.
Everybody was on their own, they beat to their own drum. So listen, for me,
and it's so crazy because everybody was telling the same story but told it in their own way.
So, excuse me. I think if you're 40, go ahead and rap because I think that's how we can save rap music, bro. I think that's how we can save it.
Just know what to prioritize, man. Just don't put your priorities aside to be in the studio. If you got a family, take care of your family, man. And don't leave your newborn baby mama at home with the baby all day.
You still got to figure it out. So
this is what I'm saying. At 40 years old, you got a lot of responsibilities, man. So just don't put your responsibilities aside. Don't get me wrong. Everybody should chase their dream, and I think that everybody should put a level of prioritization to their dream, right? But at the end of the day, just be a man and make sure you take care of what's important at the same time.
All right, real quick, it's a celebrity news. So I seen this going on in Ray J with Sexy Red. He basically went out and said he slept with Sexy Red, implied that, him and Sexy Red did the Uchi Coochie la la la, right?
I don't even understand that.
And he had to come out and apologize. He said what happened was they was on a plane.
That was bullshit, bro.
And he said they was on a plane and Sexy Red fell asleep in her seat and he fell asleep right across from her. So he basically said, yeah, me and Sexy Red slept together. And it was like trolling. And he said it was trolling at the highest. And I'm like, yo, man, you too grown to be doing that. Like, you too grown, especially with the status that you have and what people might say. And it's not like you had a conversation with Sexy Red and was like, yo, I'm going to say we slept together. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to say we slept. Y'all didn't have this plan. So you just did it without her authorization and just told the story. Now, listen, I have done this before. Like, I've been on the phone with a girl and I slept on the phone and she fell asleep. I was like, oh, we finally slept together. And we joked about it, like me and her. But I would never go out there and be like, yo, Mo, me and Shorty slept together. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yeah, like trying to imply that we had sex together.
Yeah. Like lying on your joint is really corny.
Lying on your dick is not kosher, bro.
This reminds me of a story though when I was in high school. There was a young lady that I was cool with. And one time, I remember one morning I got to school and she had beeped me or whatever. I went to pay for when I got off the train, called her, and she's like, yeah, she's not coming to school today. She was like, I should come by her crib. So I'm like, all right. So I'm going back up the stairs. I bump into my man. He like, yo, where you going? I'm like, yo, I'm going to such and such crib. She just beat me. So he like, oh, okay, do your thing. Whatever, I go. Next day I come to school. And of course, as soon as I see him, yo, what happened? I said, whatever. So now this Dude goes and tells the entire goddamn school, bro. Like an ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Moe hit that. He played hooky. He hit that.
Yo, bruh. So then the next day I didn't come to school, and I heard she was going around the whole school looking for me, pissed as hell, right? So the day after, I come to school, so she pulls me into the back staircase. She like, yo, why would you do that to me, blah, blah, blah. I said, nah, man, it's this dude, man. I said, listen, he was there when you beat me. He saw when I was leaving. So the next day he came to me and was like, what happened? And I said, nothing happened. But he thought I said nothing happened.
And on that note, good night.
And she was like, for real? I said, yeah, he thought I said nothing happened.
Yo.
Yo, son.
Yeah.
Yo. And she was like, oh, wow. She was like, damn, yeah, that's messed up. Like, yo. Oh, my God.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous, bro.
Nothing happened. Oh, my God.
This nigga's crazy.
Son, I was quick on my feet with it, man. Like,
Moral of the story, man. Don't lie on your joint.
don't
man.
lie on your joint,
Don't
man.
lie
Ray
on
J,
your
that
joint.
was very, very corny,
That was
man.
corny, man. That was very corny. Yo, real quick, you saw the movie that
Oh,
The
my
Straw?
God.
You even, I didn't say it, man.
Yes,
Oh,
I did. I saw the movie Straw. Did you see it?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was cool. I didn't really have a problem with it. It was some Tyler Perry shit. I really didn't want to watch it.
I didn't have a problem with it. I'm just tired of that movie, men are just so demonized, bro.
Yeah, but I think it reminded me of Pursuit of Happiness and Set It Off. That's what
It didn't remind, you know why it didn't remind me of Pursuit of Happiness? Because it's like the entire world, it was just set up. Like it was just so extreme that the entire world was against this woman.
But they say they took that, I don't know how true it was, they said they took that from a real life story. From
The Marine.
The Marine, yeah.
The Marine, that.
So it could happen in life, you know, it just was told from a woman's point of view. I think, you know what I mean?
And I just think the lack of accountability, bro. Because and I'm not comparing man and woman, but when men go through bouts of mental illness, they get killed.
Yeah, the Marine was killed.
They get killed, bro. When men go through bouts of mental illness, nobody is championing for them. Nobody gives any understanding. You understand what I mean? And at the end of the day, I get this. Okay, this is my thing, ladies. I think that women have created their own misery. All right? I strongly believe that women are not designed or built for certain things, right? And when I say this, I think men, God designed us to carry the world on our backs. I don't think women were built for that. Are women strong enough to do so? Yes, but I don't think they were built for it. You understand? A man can carry the world on his back, and as long as he's receiving appreciation for what he's doing, he can continue to go on. You understand what I mean? But I think with a woman, bro, she's not designed for it. And it's not saying that she's not strong enough. I don't think her spirit, she wasn't put on this earth for that. And I think that through the feminism and through this whole quest for independence, women have now been some women have now been put in the place of men, which is not where they truly want to be, because there is not a single woman out there who's carrying the world on her back who's happy about it.
Nah, listen, like I said, to me it was just a movie. And, you know, I think it's, like I said, once again, it was told through the lens of a woman. And I think, you know, Tyler Perry is probably smart because he keep going to the demographic of women. Women watch the movies and they spend the money.
They support.
They support.
There's a reason why he's like one of the only black billionaire filmmakers.
So listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
He's catering to the right demographic.
He's catering to the people that needs to be catered to.
He doesn't have the money and violence audience that will beef about a crowdfunding campaign, then lie and say that they donated and didn't get nothing.
You know what I mean? So, you know, listen, man, it wasn't that bad. The story was
No, I
far-fetched.
don't think it was bad. I just think that, you know, we have this thing that we say in the writer's room, which is you can hear the typing. And what that means is you can tell that things are happening because the writer wanted it to happen. You understand what I'm saying? I just think that, okay, she's going through a hard time. She's getting evicted. Her landlord has no empathy. Now, her boss at her job has no empathy. The guy who's robbing the bank has no empathy. The cop she bumped into has no empathy. The only people that have empathy in this movie are the women. The men.
No, because the landlord was a woman. She didn't have no empathy for her. And the people at the bank didn't have no empathy for her too neither.
Well,
when she first
in the end
came
they
to the
did.
bank, in the end they did, but in the beginning, so it wasn't just that. It was a couple of people. The officer who hit her car.
That was overly done. And I'm going to shoot you in your head when I say. And I'm not saying that some officers don't behave that way.
Yeah, but the other woman officer still took her car and still gave her a ticket. So I think she was getting it from all sides. You know what I'm saying? If you really play it back, she was getting it from men and women that day. You know what I mean? Everybody was on her. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, Tyler Perry knew what he was doing. And, you know, we talking about it. So listen.
Oh, yeah. Listen, man.
You know,
Tyler, keep doing what you do, brother.
Keep doing what you do, Tyler.
I say if they keep buying it and keep creating it.
So I saw this. Shout out to 8 at the Table. I always shout y'all because y'all got some great questions. And I be stealing y'all
topics.
shit. Great topics. I be stealing y'all shit. The ones y'all write, not the one y'all talk about the show, but the ones y'all write. And if I got a good one on the show, I'm taking it too. But the ones y'all write on the thing. So shout out. What's my man name again?
Alan.
Who?
Alan.
Alan, yes, shout out to Alan. Because I don't know if he come up with them shits, but they be some great things. So I saw this one on a page, and I said, I'm going to bring this to Mo. And I've seen this happen in real life, too. So they said a man pays all the bills for the last 4 years in his household, 100% of the bills. His wife is supposed to be saving some money on the side for the last 4 years. When it come to find out, in the last 4 years, she don't even have $1,000 saved. You know, how do you feel about that?
I'm not going to say who, but I've seen that happen to somebody in my family where he was giving his wife, you know, the money to pay the bills every single month. And like a year later, they get an eviction notice on their door because she wasn't paying the rent, she wasn't paying nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I think there's fault. I think there's fault on both sides, right? And the reason I'm saying there's fault on both sides is because, for one, of course, there's fault on the woman's part, right? Because she was tasked with, look, you making the money, just save up, just in case a rainy day for us. But I also think for the man, in a partnership, you have to know who you're dealing with, for one. And, you know, you're the leader of the household, which means in knowing who you're dealing with, you should know how to operate with them, which means...
But you really got to check your wife if you think...
Yeah, bro, you do.
That's kind of sad, though. You know, listen, if a man going to pay all the bills, ladies, or even if a woman going to pay all the bills, if you saving the other money, you should be saving the money. You shouldn't be spending that money on God knows what.
What you should do and what most people do are two totally different things. I believe a relationship is a team. You have to know your teammates' strengths and weaknesses. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to provide support, bro. Like, you got to know who you're dealing with, man. And sometimes, bro, you got to put in the extra work of checking in every now and then. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you got to check every week or every month, but you got to check in every now and then. Like, yo, let me take a look at the bank account. Let me see where we at. Like, you know,
No, I get you. It's just a sad thing. It's a sad thing, man, and that you got to check your spouse, whether it's a man or a woman, to make sure that they doing their part. You know what I mean? It should be some level of trust in that household, but it is what it is. But I have a fun...
Yeah, but sometimes you got to trust your partner to be a fuck up.
I hear you, man. Don't marry the fuck up then. Fun thing. Do you have any desire to do any type of role playing, or have you ever did any role playing, like to get the buns in the crib?
Yeah, I've done role playing before.
Like, so what you role played as? Like, what you was doing?
We've role played. I mean, all types of different things. I mean, whether it's lingerie, whether it was Halloween.
I did some role playing. I was the owner of the crib, and the girl was the maid, and she had a maid outfit on.
Yeah.
She was a nasty maid.
Hey, listen, I think it's good.
And she cleaned up nice.
It's good to spice it up, man.
And she cleaned up real nice. She cleaned it up.
I'm happy for you, brother.
I haven't done some role play in a while, but I think I'm ready for some role play.
All right.
I think, you know, at this grown age, I want to start doing some other. I'm gonna think of some creative.
Well, you just finished saying you over 40, so you not going
role play. No, but role play we could do that.
You could be the patient. She could be the nurse.
She could be the nurse.
There you go. Nothing wrong with spicing it up, man.
I'm thinking some crazy shit in my head. That's why I'm smiling like that.
I don't know why you smiling at me while you thinking of the crazy shit, God damn it.
I'm thinking of some real crazy shit. But anybody got any role playing ideas, let me know what y'all got for role play, because I want to do some role playing. You know what I'm saying?
Hit him in the DM, C Styles 911.
That's right. And on that note, Brooklyn,
We out.
Shout out to Woodstack.
Wood Stage 8.
Shout out to Shanice. Shout out to Dirty Suave. And
Swizzle.
yeah.